Welcome back into our ACC Network football road trip, and let's get things going. Guys running out to practice, coming outside of the George Welsh Indoor Practice Facility, taking the field here because a little rain, as mentioned, never hurt anybody, and we are rolling. We've got the head coach, Tony Elliott, with us now. Coach, great to spend some time with you. And I noticed that as we're even sitting here and you're hearing the whistles going and the guys yelling, you can't help yourself. You got to turn around and see what's going on. What's going through your head?
Most definitely. That's how we start in practice today, setting the tempo right, full pads, a little bit of a one-on-one drill. Obviously, it's modified with the changes in college football, but just trying to get the guys to understand that you got to win from the inside out in the trenches.
The other thing, Coach, that I noticed when you turn around and look out there is it's not just these players that are here. There's some little faces that are right in the mix. Why is that important to you to be able to have that kind of atmosphere and your kids out here?
It's important because it's a great reminder to myself and all the coaches of the promises that we make to the parents of the young men that we bring here, talking about how we're going to treat them like our sons. So for me to have my sons there, it's a great reminder. It keeps me humble, make sure that I manage my language. And then my boys came out today and said they want to coach. Normally they want to play football, but Ace is dressed like me today, so it's a lot of fun. I think you can do both at the same time, but also for these players, you know, I want them to see us as fathers and husbands within the scope of college football.
Well, Coach, you've assembled a great staff. You know, got two great coordinators, but two other coaches that I think were great hires or great keeps as well. That's Marcus Higgins and Chris Slade, two legends at UVA. So how important has that been, not just for the coaching piece, but also the recruiting piece to keep some of those kids in Virginia?
Oh, it's huge. You know, going down to your hometown down there gives me a lot of credibility. I was kind of like nervous, but when we went down there with Higgins and Slade, I was the third wheel. Nobody wanted to talk to me. They just wanted to talk to Higgins and Slade. They're legends. But first of all, they're great. They're great men. First and foremost, they had outstanding careers here. They understand what the Virginia life is all about, and I got to experience that at Clemson. And so I was going to be intentional making sure that I had guys that have walked the grounds, again, following with that inside-out mentality.
So adding to the nutritionists and adding to the wait staff was important to you. You haven't been here that long, but have you seen the benefits of that yet?
Definitely. My first hire was my strength coach, and that's somebody I've been working on for years to make sure, because those guys, they spend the most amount of time with the players. Us coaches, we're regulated by NCAA rules. During the summer, it's all strength coaches and nutrition. And when I first got here, I kind of saw the body types and said, man, we got some work to do. But Carla supported me. She understood the importance of increasing the amount and the quality of the food so that we can train these guys at a high level.
Coach, we had your spring game, I did rather, and from then until now, you guys just had a scrimmage this weekend. Where's been the biggest improvement that you've seen in these guys?
I think the biggest improvement is up front on the defensive line. We brought in 4 grad transfers. Those guys came in with a different mindset and mentality than maybe the younger guys have, because they have a sense of urgency knowing they're at the end of their career. Created a bunch of competition, and with that competition has just boosted the confidence of the guys on defense. And for the most part, the beginning of training camp, they've set the tempo every single day. Thought the offense responded and battled, even though we're down numbers-wise on the offensive line. So I think what you're seeing is the guys understand the importance of competition in practice so that we can be prepared to play.
Coach, overall, since you've been the head coach, how does it feel? Like, what's the feeling when you wake up in the morning? Because obviously the responsibilities are different. How's it been feeling for you?
So the first thing is, hey, hurry up, get a shower, and get to the office. I got so much, a lot to do. But it really hasn't fully sunk in. Just as a coach, you're just in coaching mode. I'm so glad to be back on the grass, because the first 5 months it was all managerial work behind the desk, putting the staff together, installing the core values, recruiting. Now I'm just glad to be out here with the guys coaching football.
See, a lot of that sounds stressful. Tell me, like, what's the most rewarding part for you, other than the salary? What is?
Well, you know, shout out to Coach Sweeney. He was playing me well at Clemson, so I've been accustomed to that a little bit, and I say that with all humility. It's a blessing to be in the position that I'm in. But I think the biggest, thing that warms my heart is a guy like Ben Smiley, a guy that's been around here for a while and was trying to find his way. Was struggling a little bit in the classroom, and now he's become a model citizen for us. His grades have skyrocketed. Man, he's playing good football. He's got pro potential, so he's a guy that if not with the transition, he might not have been able to realize his potential, but I think now he's going to have a chance to play on Sundays, and that's what's rewarding. And obviously we want to win games, and we're going to win games, but it's really transformation in the young men, and that's really what I want this program to be about. Not a transactional program, but a transformational program.
You mentioned your time at Clemson, and Coach, you were calling the plays there for a long time. You were there for 11 years. What's this offense going to look like now, and that dynamic with you and Coach Kitchings?
Yeah, and I learned, as a coordinator, my job and then also watching Coach Sweeney's job, it's hard to do both. And so I'm going to allow Des to do what Des does. And he's got a wealth of experience, a wealth of knowledge. He's been in a lot of different systems. He's coached at the pro level. He's been in the ACC, the SEC. And so he's going to merge all of that together. And I think early on for us, we have to create an offense that gives us a chance regardless of what we see on defense. At Clemson, we had horses. And Coach Sweeney always said, let the horses run. You know, we're still building here to acquire those horses so that we can let them run. But in the meantime, we're going to be sound. We're going to incorporate different elements from gun to under center, huddle to no huddle to fast pace. We're going to have to be able to do it all. And the great thing about coaching these young men here is they take pride in their work and they prepare. And so we're going to be ready to compete. So that when we get on the field, they're not worrying about scheme. They can just rely on their fundamentals, their technique, and go be successful.
Coach, I don't know where you learned Southern hospitality, but you guys have taken care. I do know, actually, probably back to James Island. You guys have taken care of us, and I see that we're about to be taken care of even more. What do we have going on here?
Here's what I'm going to say. I appreciate you guys because, you know, you guys are very thorough. And I got the question about what was my favorite breakfast food, and y'all had French toast with the peanut butter, which was outstanding, and you guys served us with omelets. So, you know, fish and pig is the only way that we can treat you guys. So hopefully y'all will be able to finish the show. It looks like you got some ribs, some chicken, we got some brisket over there, some pulled chicken, some pulled pork. Oh, y'all are going to eat good.
Finish the show. I think we're done with the show now. Are we done?
We hear you guys have had that Carolina barbecue, and it's good.
Yeah.
With the fish and pig, you've reached a promise.
Oh, I love it. I love it. We can't wait to get into
it.
that, Coach. Thank you so much.
Appreciate
you guys,
y'all.
thank you.
Appreciate
We're definitely
y'all.
diving into that soon. Coach, we appreciate the time. We know you got to get back over there. I see you looking over your shoulder.
Oh, yeah,
ready to go again.
Got to go. Hopefully y'all will stick around.
Ready to
Man,
go.
good seeing y'all.
Thanks, Coach Elliott. Great to spend some time with him and good